let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in, so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set the tone, D. 13. Blue draw quarter. 11.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
You said Bruce Brown, 35. Oh.
Here we go. Black 80. Watch 85. I got one.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo complete. It's Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Oh, they say freestyle.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Caught by Moore. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot at this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On first down, this is McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here we go.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That's so bold with that big-ass 12 gauge.
That's fielded in the end zone. and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry for Darius Geis, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there. He's stopping behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, and you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football.
Oh,
in this case, making
no.
a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. They're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is
when you had the offensive threat
for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
A terrific return. 30 yards.
That bit is delayed, son.
Come on. Take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 180. Check. Mike 42. I'm on.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. A few issues here on the offensive line, apparently. He got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles.
I mean, for no lie, dog, you did just go up and like,
Matthew Ioannidis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Intimidated, probably popped up, sir.
Playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer. They would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
We started off bad, shit. Who? Who the fuck is, which one I did?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a toss. This is Geis.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2, now Haskins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
I think the player might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities.
He's talking about that shit over. It's 17-10. Everything over.
Right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
At first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. This will be fielded at the 17.
Okay, yeah, it's over now.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's now the Bears leading by a couple of touchdowns in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Man.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
That's some sad shit. You ain't do bad. Well, yeah, you ain't do bad.
Here we go. 180. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo. And caught by Henry. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Garoppolo again, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. This is McCaffrey. Still on his feet and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go. 180.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation.
That big got some type of what going on?
Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Even I missed. Come on, man. Bring the lag. Come on.
1st and goal. Finding a lane, he barely had time to look up before he was planted in. Now Garoppolo. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 4 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown.
Man, son,
about 7 yards deep.
Son, man.
No run back here. This will be a touchback.
It's like a later song, bro. I'm timing that bitch right, son. It keeps saying early. One of each early or late. One of them.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. This is Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way.
Lord.
Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well.
What's going on?
Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They'll run with a North Carolina native. This is Bryce Love. And he'll be brought down.
He just slide through that bitch. Come on.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Man. Boy.
From midfield now.
Please, man. Well, God.
That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. Man. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed.
Shit, I don't know how I'm an 0 for 4, dogs.
You put it all
I don't
together,
understand.
you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Nigga wide open, son. Ain't no contest nowhere if I'm wide open.
2nd and 12. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard
and it feel like I'm playing in the West.
That extra, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Keep driving. Shit.
Here we go.
See, late again. I don't understand.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
So the pass slowed down.
Because that drive went and went, no adjustments,
man.
And no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Crazy.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one over the middle, into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read.
Everything late sleazy.
Blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Short pass caught by Henry.
It ain't just that, son.
Losing yardage.
We can't shoot right for some reason.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield.
Give me that, nigga.
Move the ball downfield, running it that way, doesn't it? But in this
it's like our second game.
Guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great.
Yeah, we gonna come up. Oh, got both eyes.
Always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a
off the
defender
dribble, though,
to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Son, I'm about to check my settings, dog.
Open man is Samuel, complete.
But you sorry. Shut up, Amy Bone.
He takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him
you weak as shit, nigga. Spaghetti eating ass, nigga. Sugar looking. Fuck out of here, bro.
Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Hit the pad.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
We're in the East.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
No, nigga did.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And it's caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one.
What you say?
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Oh, so y'all ain't got no third.
Out there
I don't know who you talking about.
Drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field.
Who you talking about, Andy? Bitch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
I'm coming, sir. I'm coming in a minute.
That nigga ain't coming.
After the sack, work to be done.
Yeah, I'm losing like a motherfucker.
Here's throw. Slings this deep from McCollum.
Yeah.
Nah, sometimes might be yelling, dog. He just muted Mike.
Yeah, I had to mute that bitch, dog. Cause I'm pissed off right now.
And now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not continuing this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more.
Look at this nigga.
Coverage and it's intercepted.
Hey, I'm fucking thirsty.
And a potential turning point.
Huh?
They'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I was about to say, dog, this nigga is catching literally everything.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every.
Well, I'm about to quit this league, boy.
It's good from 56 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus?
Beat my piss off.
Your stupid ass up, bitch. Your fat ass up. I still blocked those shit. Did you finish it? Oh, okay.
Quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching.
Better be careful, cause I'm
on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the final head, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 20.
Oh, Weezy helping. He tripping. Ooh, okay.
Hello.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
Confused.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. First down, Washington.
Ready up. 54, right there, right there. 54.
Give me that.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
He didn't know.
First down, this is Geis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a
I could have stole that bit.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check back, check back.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
3rd down, here's Geis. And this one's going to go the wrong way.
Work out, Sleeves.
Back at the 42.
You know Weezy's going to be thirsty, though. You got to be careful.
They rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw Haskins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
11.
From the 40 now on second down. Garoppolo. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more.
Oh, he made that.
Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Smith. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they can throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And a lot of people ask on time. Your biggest worry?
You take him.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, alert.
Smith trying to run for it. And he takes it into the